Hello, everyone. My name is Lexi, and I'm a Sales and Marketing Coordinator at Delta Dental of South Dakota. You may recognize me from your Health Through Oral Wellness training. I want to start by saying thank you for your participation in our benefit program. Because of your efforts, the Health Through Oral Wellness program has been extremely successful, and ultimately your patients, our members, are receiving customized oral health benefits. When we launched in January of 2020, PreViser utilized version 4 of the Clinical Suite. It looks like this for your reference. You'll notice Clinical Suite version 4 has the light blue bar up at the top. Since then, PreViser has continued to listen to your feedback and implement your suggestions. As a result, we have an even better version, Suite 5, which includes some of your personal recommendations. Today, I will show you how to update a shortcut to access version 5 of the Clinical Suite and give you a quick overview of the key enhancements of the latest version. As a reminder, PreViser is most compatible with Google Chrome, so I will use that for my example here today. Alrighty, to start, let's go ahead and open up your PreViser shortcut. So it may have this logo, it may have the Google Chrome logo with PreViser underneath of it. Depending upon how you set it up, that's what you want to open up today. Once you get to the PreViser Clinical Suite version 4, in the top right corner is Try New Version Clinical Suite V5. Go ahead and select that. Once your top bar, go ahead, switches from light blue to black, you'll know that you're at Clinical Suite version 5. Now what we're going to do is go back to the desktop, so minimize all your screens. And once you're at your desktop, go identify your PreViser shortcut again, right-click on it, and select Delete. This will now remove it from the home screen. We'll go back to our internet browser. And from there, like I said, I'll use Google Chrome for the example today. But in the top right corner to update your shortcut or to create a new shortcut now that we just deleted the old one, go to the three dots in the top right corner, select More Tools, and Create Shortcut. That will create a pop-up for you. Notice that PreViser Clinical Suite will already be listed within it, and select Create. We'll go back to our desktop to make sure that that worked. So double click on the PreViser icon, and you'll notice that it's there. Go ahead to log in, enter in your previous password or PIN number that you used to access version 4. Next, I'm going to talk about the key enhancements within version 5. So one of the key features they added is that you can hide names. So for example, if you guys list or have the PreViser site up on a screen where patients can view, to be HIPAA compliant, you can hide the names of the patients so that way you're not breaking any HIPAA compliance rules. You can also search for a patient as you previously did by first or last name, but you can also search by date of birth. So I will search for myself today, just to use as an example. Alrighty, on this screen, one of the latest key features that we've added or PreViser has added is the health questionnaire. This is something that has been requested by numerous offices, so we were really excited to see this implemented on the latest version. What a health questionnaire is essentially the non-clinical questions on the comprehensive PreViser risk assessment. So what's great is that this can now be sent to a patient by email or on a QR code. So that way a patient can answer these questions ahead of time, and then it'll save time in the operatory by the hygienist or the dental assistant. So for example, if you want to send it by email, you select the according button, verify that the email is correct, and select send. Once it's sent, you'll get a pop-up message indicating that it was complete. Should a patient be walking into the office and waiting in the waiting room, the front office can actually open this up, and then a pop-up of a QR code will be generated so that a patient can go ahead and scan this and fill out the health questionnaire while they're waiting in the waiting room. For today's example, I'm going to go ahead and create a caries risk assessment. As always, we always recommend a comprehensive, but to save some time, I'll just go ahead and do a caries assessment. Alrighty. Back to the health questionnaire little piece. As I mentioned, once a patient submits this, you'll notice that it will fall into the last assessment category. So once that's submitted, you guys can go ahead and load this into your future assessment, so that way it'll save you some time. Alrighty, so we'll go through, we'll answer this, make sure all the questions are up to date, see if anything's changed since the last risk assessment. Previously, when you would go finish an assessment or submit it, the buttons were down at the bottom. In version 5, this has now switched to being up at the top, so it's easier for you guys to view. The functions are all the same: model this patient, save for later, and submit. You'll notice that the previous version 4, the wording was finish here. In the latest version, it's submit to make sure that it is submitted to the insurance company on file and PreViser. So first things first, I'll talk about the report. You'll notice it's a very similar layout to the previous report. They've updated the color and some of the language and the text that you see, so go ahead and view that. You'll also notice they've added in the what's changed graphs. What's nice about this is, for example, the patient was in a 2 to 9 score range on August 24th of this year, but at this assessment, that's bumped up to the 10 to 29 score range. So it's very easy for a patient to see where was their oral health, where is it going in the future. It's a little bit easier to track and still incorporates the scores. So that's the remainder of the report. I'll come up to the top. So you can still share the report by printing it. You can also email it to the patient, whatever is your current preference method. Go ahead and keep utilizing that. Finally, I'll talk you through the check benefits feature. Again, this will look very similar to version 4 in the formatting layout of it. You'll notice it'll indicate if the group participates or does not participate. If the group participates, it will show any unlocked benefits categories that a patient has based off of the qualifying scores. So for example, this patient has carries benefits. To identify what carries benefits are, you can click here, and you'll notice the pop-up message is the exact same. What's nice is that in the newer version, you can now select copy, which will automatically copy this pop-up message that can then be duplicated or pasted into your Dentrix or Eaglesauce system. You can also paste it into the patient notes on PreViser. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do that now. So we'll go up to edit patient, patient notes. We'll right click and paste. You can even add in the date that the patient unlocked the benefits. And select save. Alrighty. Well, those are the updates for version 5. Thank you guys for tuning in today and listening. Should you have any questions, you can always call our contact center, and they will help address whatever is going on, or they'll pass you off to me. We always appreciate working with you guys. So thank you for listening today and have a great day.